Hello! Welcome to Squid Essays. Inking your academic pen. My name is Julie and I will be your instructor as we read through contemporary social problems on homosexuality. The article's source is embedded in the video description below. Feel free to read along. Please note that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay for as little as $10 a page at Squid Essays. The link is in the description. Today, homosexuality issues have turned into one of central issues of debate in American society, the society which once was the first society to protect human and civil rights. Today it discusses predominantly negative outcomes and negative social aspects of homosexuality. The most urgent topics of discussion are not only limited to making same-sex marriages legal, but also they are expanding to other very serious problems of ethic character such as childbirth in gay or lesbian families, which form an alternative family type. Gay and lesbian rights movement had divided society on two opposing groups: those who are tolerant to alternative form of marriage and love, and those who defend conservative positions. Homosexual lobbyists are effectively using the anti-discrimination angle of the civil rights movement for advancing the gay rights platform. Their current efforts to redefine marriage are now backed by activist judges in Massachusetts and local officials in San Francisco. In response to these most recent assaults on traditional American values and the fundamental institution of marriage, President Bush announced his support for a constitutional amendment barring same-sex marriage in the U.S., which has ignited a firestorm of public debate. From Hollowell, Homosexuality, Evolution of the Human Race? But these issues in recent scope of perceiving this problem have turned into a new form of debates, which have expanded over social and ethical understanding, as today some scientists consider homosexuality to represent the certain trend in the evolution of human species. Even though that homosexual gene has not been absolutely identified and examined, some scholars and gay rights activists say there is a possibility of childbirth from same-sex couples using cloning-like gene technologies. Hollowell argues that such views are more than a vulgar mistake as they contradict with the fundamental principles of evolution teaching and positions of Darwinism and genetics teaching, as such child would be more a clone than a biologically correct human, born from a traditional heterosexual couple. Ironically, the same people who promote gay marriage and anticipate discovery of a gay gene also believe evolution is an unassailable fact. In fact, if you believe evolution, you cannot logically believe that homosexuality is a genetically driven advancement. It does not promote the propagation of our species or lead to any other. To the contrary, it would lead to the extinction of the human race. What's more, homosexuality does not even represent social or cultural progression. Growing support that homosexuality is a result of poor family dynamics or criminal abuse is also inconsistent with advancing the human race. From Hollowell, Homosexuality, Evolution of the Human Race? So the author of the article, Dr. Hollowell, makes the reader to know that such a contradictory view that homosexuality is a certain trend in the human evolution is false. First of all, it has no natural future, and moreover there are no biological evidences to this. Gene of homosexuality has not been found. So homosexuality remains to be one of the most contradictory social issues judged by conservatives and church. But as everyone should understand, ethical compromise has to be found which would satisfy both sexual minorities and the rest of society. Are people born homosexual? This question was matter of concern for several generations of psychiatrists and neuropsychologists, who devoted years of research in the mechanism of human sexuality and sexual abnormalities, which contradict with heterosexual standards. None would argue that the problem of homosexual relations is viewed differently by Orthodox religion, society, and by medical professionals. Even physicians have different views and theories about this issue. Some agree that homosexuality may be cured and sexual orientation of the person may be changed to a heterosexual one, in case of right course of therapy or considerable changes in his lifestyle monitored by psychologists and psychiatrists. This is very contradictory point, as it cannot be applied to most of homosexuals. The nature of homosexuality is different as it's very individualistic and private issue. Some homosexuals are sure about their non-traditional sexual preferences since their child years, others had changed sexual orientation after sexual experiments in their teenage years or even being adults. Again, we should agree that it may depend upon certain psychological and personal factors. Robert Spitzer, a professor of psychiatry, is one of those who believes that homosexualism is a very subjective phenomenon and that sexual orientation may be in many cases changed if individuals had not determined with their sexual preferences. A study based on interviews with 200 men and women who claim to have switched their homosexual preferences demonstrates some gays are capable of becoming predominantly heterosexual through psychotherapy. In some of the subjects, the reports of change in sexual orientation were substantial, credible and believable. Spitzer, R. Psychologists with similar views to Spitzer suggest that homosexuality may be avoided if those persons subjected to sexual uncertainty will be more restrained in their sexual activity and will limit their erotic fantasies, especially if they'll try to occupy most of their free time with some sorts of activities. According to the findings, 143 Albanian men and 57 women claimed that therapy altered their view of the same sex to some extent. All reported maintaining the change for at least 5 years. In this study, only 6 of 202 gay men and lesbians who had been through counseling reported changing their sexual preference to heterosexuality. These subjects were interviewed between 1995 and 2000 for an average of 90 minutes. According to the interviews, 178 failed to change their orientation and 18 reported becoming asexual or conflicted. Spitzer, the article Cure for Homosexuality serves as a good evidence to this issue. It's impossible to view and analyze homosexuality only through the prism of medicine or tradition biological views, considering its psychological pathology, as the origins of human sexuality are very subjective and individualistic. Moreover, homosexuality cannot be viewed as psychic disorder or abnormality, as it doesn't have any issues with social behavior of a person. Homosexuals are equal members of society, and the issue of their private life can be only discussed on the rights of privacy. References: 1 Hollowell, K. Homosexuality, Evolution of the Human Race. Article WorldNet Daily, available at web resource, http://www.worldnetdaily.com/. News/. Article. Ask article _ID = 37336. 2 Spitzer, R. Cure for Homosexuality? Study: Some gays can become predominantly heterosexual with psychotherapy. Article, WorldNet Daily, available at web resource, http://www.worldnetdaily.com/. News/. Article. Ask article _ID = 34943. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me. I hope you enjoyed learning about contemporary social problems on homosexuality as much as I did. Kindly remember that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay at Squid Essays for as little as $10. The link is in the description. See you next time.